Hi, this is Sharon at fitandfun.com, and I'm going over this outline that I'm using to help me stay on track with the book that I'm writing, which is a collection of short stories out of my autobiographical writing that I already have. We have to look back on my other videos to see what's going on in this one. This part I'm talking about now is the bottom section of this chart. It's 100% of the people in the world and what I think is their motivation or relationship to me and my story. And right off the bat, 50% of people don't care. No matter what happens, they don't care. They're in their own life. Nothing you can say or do will change them or impact them or even make them have any interest in you whatsoever. They can look at you with glazed eyes and move on. It means nothing. It's not a bad thing. It's just that they're in their place and you're in yours, and they're separate and no intersection. 30% of the people you meet might have some interest in what you're doing, but they just didn't notice. They were too busy walking by, or maybe not busy isn't the right word, but they just are also in their own world. And it's not that they don't or didn't or won't care, it's just that it didn't hit their brain as that moment. 10% are people that really actually do care and would look into what you're talking about, but they're just too busy at that very moment, rushing to catch a bus or whatever's happening in their life, and they just are too busy to look into someone else. So by this point, we're already up to 9 out of 10 people. 5% of the remainder, whether they want to help or not, no matter how far they are in this position, they're just not able to help. They don't have the resources to help you if they wanted to. So you've already gotten rid of, a lot of the people maybe in the don't care. They weren't in a position to help either, but it doesn't matter whether they could or couldn't because you don't even get there. But these people are someone who might feel like a twinge of, oh, I wish I could help that person, but they can't, and they're in no position to do it, so there's nothing going to happen with them. And then 3% people really would want to help, and if you talk to them, they would help you. If you had a way to get to them, they would definitely immediately just help you, because that's the kind of person they are. But they missed it. You walked past them on the other side of the street or whatever happened, and you did not connect with that person. And then there's 2% that will help, and you get whatever variety of help you're going to get. They might say a kind word, and that's all you need. That was the help you needed that day. They might give you money, they might feed you, they might take you in, they might let you live with them, they might give you a job. There's just no telling what's going to happen from those people. And this is the guiding principle of my book, is to talk about those people, those coincidental, surprising type of people that get you through this world when you don't have a place of your own, which is the way I have felt my whole life because of my story. And so I just pretty much take whatever I get from people I get without a lot of expectation of anything back, because I've learned that that's a bad plan. So one of the things I will mention, and I'm trying not to tell stories out of the book, and I don't think this will actually be in there, but there's multiple times in my life, starting from a very young age, throughout my teen years, in my 20s, in my 30s. Probably the last time this happened was just a few years ago, even when my son was born. But there's been times where I actually count the places I've lived as I stayed there one night. So if I stayed overnight, I thought I lived there when I was a teenager. Like, I lived here, and then I lived here, and then I lived here, because I stayed in 3 places this week, and all of those were my home that night. And that was just, like, I guess a self-protection thing, and it's worked really well for me, because it kind of makes you take a sense of pride, even though it's really not your place. And people, it's not like I announce it, but I feel that way. Like, if someone's taking you in, they've brought you to their home, and they let you stay the night, now that was your home for that night. How else can you look at it? That bed is comfortable, or that couch, or that floor, wherever they put you, you're not cold, it's not raining on you, that's your home. And tomorrow it won't be, but I already have been through that so many times that I'm okay with that. So that's my guiding principle. And I have this chart because I don't want to get off track and start talking about people who don't care or didn't notice or were bad, or those kind of bad experiences I want to avoid. I want to talk about the ones that gave me hope, carried me through, and got me to the places that I succeeded and to the place I am now, which is somebody who is half her size, used to be 275 pounds, used to be very ill, and could barely do anything. And now I'm 54 years old. I feel like a teenager. My body looks like a teenager, and with clothes on. And so, you know what? I feel lucky and blessed to be here. So I'm really excited to be writing these stories, and I really need to stay on track because I don't want anything negative coming out here. Because some of the stories are a little painful, but they all have good endings, or happy, I think. I'm still here, so it must be happy. I hope you're fitting in fun in everything you're doing, and if you're thinking of writing, get on it. This is so much better than dreaming about it.